Hi, I'm Rasa, and thank you for joining me here at Legacy Faith Media. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I'm asked questions about a lot by people who are either interested in homeschooling or people with young kids that are just starting out with homeschooling their oldest kid, and they have little ones kind of hanging about. Now, I have six children, and they're all about 2 years apart. And with that, comes along the fact that from the very beginning when I started homeschooling, I've always had little ones kind of sitting on my lap or in the background and wanting to interact with me as I'm trying to get school done with the older children. And so a lot of times I'll get asked about, what do I do? How do I handle that? So, I'm just going to share with you a few little things that I like to keep on hand to help try to keep them a little bit busy. But one thing I will say before I show you those things, I want to talk about a mindset because if we look at little ones and treat little ones as if they are things to be overcome or problems throughout our day, that's not really helpful to them and it doesn't help them with their development. And it also doesn't help their older siblings to have a good attitude towards them as they're growing up. They're going to look at their little sibling as in the way and a problem and a hurdle to overcome throughout the school day. And we really don't want to see them like that. We want to see them as a joy, somebody that we delight in. And I know that's going to be hard at times. It's easier said than done because sometimes we just have to buckle down and get work done. And maybe they're sick or they're teething or they're crying or they happen to be a fussier kid. Some of my kids tended to be a little bit fussier throughout the day than others. So I know that it can be a challenge at times, but the attitude with which we handle those disruptions and interruptions throughout the day is going to be teaching that child their value and their worth. And it's going to be teaching the older children, how do we treat people that are younger than us when we're trying to get things done and getting interrupted. So that's just my challenge to you. It's been, for me, that's been a challenge too, because we all tend to react a little bit irritated when we're trying to get something done and it's not able to get done because of something. So I just want to have you think about that first. But some things that I like to do to just help start out my day is my little ones tend to wake up just a little bit earlier than my older kids. So I like to spend that time with them, just like reading to them or having them help me make breakfast and just talking to them, asking them a lot of questions, getting them talking. And as I'm relating to them, I'm filling, if you've ever heard this term before, but filling their love cup, so they're feeling full of love and interaction early on. But then I also like to keep an assortment of different things on hand to keep them busy so they're not engaged in just one single activity all the time. So that if I'm getting interrupted a lot, I can kind of change things up for them a little bit so that they're not bored of, let's say, if I love to have coloring books on hand. Some of my kids are like big colorers and some aren't, but this is just one example for Hope there. She's playing with Duplos. So that's a great creative activity. She can put together and take apart and put together and take apart. And I can sometimes sit with her and be like, hey, let's build a house together and I'll build a little car. And then I can stop what I'm doing with her as she's engaged and continue work with another kid. But this is an example of one of her coloring books and it's just filled with tons of, and as she's working on this, she's working on her hand-eye coordination. I also like to keep PlayDoh around because this is great. She'll make tons of different stuff with it, smush it around in her hands, and she loves it. Another thing I like to have, so you don't need to do this. This was something that I did because I'm artistic and I like to make things, but you don't have to do this. But having some sort of tactile books around, I made like an ABC book so she can see her letters and something really simple. I didn't like how busy a lot of the letter books are. I just wanted something really simple that we can kind of sing through and have fun with. And so this was a fun little thing. But then we also like to have, a lot of board books on hand that she can sit and look at the pictures and stuff like that. So educational ones are great. But having an assortment of different things for them to play with is great. And then also just teaching them to sit on your lap and sit still. You can cuddle them and hug them during that time. So those are just some things that I do, but I really try to remember not to have this mentality that they're in the way, but that they are a part of our life and we enjoy them. And when they're doing something funny or they build something cool out of the Legos, to help build relationships among the siblings, I really encourage the older kids to say and praise their younger siblings when they do something cool. I'll just say like, hey, Heidi, come over here. Look at this picture she colored. Isn't it so pretty? And then everybody will come over and say, wow, that's so pretty. And they just, they light up the little one and they're ready to keep coloring, because they don't look at themselves as in the way. They look at themselves as being enjoyed. So those are just some things that I do to help my little ones throughout the day. And I just want to encourage you, we have had days where things are not getting done as smoothly as we like. And I feel myself starting to get frustrated, and I feel that pressure to get all the things done that we needed to get done. And when I start to feel stressed or even angry in those moments, or whatever negative feelings I'm feeling overcome with, I have to just pause and remember hey, this little being right here is created in God's image, and it's my responsibility to love on and take care of her just as much as it's my responsibility to teach my older ones their reading, writing, and arithmetic. So when you find yourself starting to get frustrated, just kind of reset yourself and look at your little one in God's eyes, and instead of through the lens of your goals at that moment. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like button below and consider subscribing to our channel. I'm hoping to put out some more videos on homeschooling, troubleshooting, and things like that. So just come back every few days and check out and see what new videos we have put out. Thank you so much. God bless you and have a good day. Bye-bye.